Hello everyone, this is Patrick Hancock here for the Able Gamers Foundation with a video accessibility review of Super Meat Boy. Now this game is currently out for the PC via Steam or direct2drive.com, and it's also out for the Xbox 360 on the Xbox Live Arcade. I am currently using the PC version, and I also have the Xbox 360 version and will note any differences when they come up. So here we're at the main menu. It's pretty standard stuff. We got the game, leaderboards, some stats it keeps. You can save replays, and then I'll jump into options. And first, controls. Now, even though I'm on the PC version, it encourages the use of an Xbox gamepad, though that's not the only way to play. If you do decide to use just the keyboard, if you don't have a 360 gamepad, the controls are the arrow keys to move, left shift to run, and the spacebar to jump. Now, on the PC, these controls are remappable, but not through the game itself. You need to go into the game's files and folders and change some of the values. Now, if you'd like a more detailed explanation of this, please head over to www.supermeatboy.com and look for the December 10th blog update post. They go into detail of how exactly you change the controls on the PC version. And now, there are bonus characters in the game, but when you change the controls on the PC version, they will only affect Meat Boy's controls. So that is something to keep in mind. So if you're using an Xbox 360 gamepad like me, move is the left D-pad or analog stick, run is either X or R trigger, and jump is A. And obviously these are the same controls for the Xbox version. It is also possible on the PC version to use a third-party program like Joy2Key to get a DualShock controller running for this game, or anything else. So those are the controls. Pretty simple, but using them will require a lot of mobility and precision while playing this game. So one-handed gamers will have the difficulty that they have using the standard Xbox controller, but it is possible to remap the keyboard controls, so that may help. And the settings here are just volume, and for PC resolution, full screen, and things like that. So I'll jump into the game and show you guys exactly how it plays. So world 1 here is the forest. There is a total of 7 worlds and over 300 levels in the game. So there's a ton of content with more to come for both versions. So let's jump in the first level here. Now, like I said, there are secret characters you can unlock, but we'll just go with Meat Boy for now. So here I have Meat Boy in the bottom left, and the object is to get the bandage girl there in the center of the screen. Now I control him, like I said, with left or right on the D-pad or analog stick, or if you're using the PC keyboard controls, the arrow keys. Run is R trigger or X for the Xbox gamepad or controller, or left shift for the keyboard, like I said. So as you can see, he runs much faster when you're running. So this is a very fast game. These first few levels, there's not too much danger involved, but towards the, middle even, and especially the end of the game, it's a very fast-paced game. There's a lot of speed, there's a lot of precision, and it's something to definitely keep in mind. And then, of course, he can jump. Tapping it makes him jump not so high, but if you hold it, he's got a much higher jump. So, another thing Meat Boy utilizes during this game is his wall jump. If you jump and then hold the direction of the wall, he'll stick to it. And then if you push away and jump again, he'll jump away. Now, utilizing this is key to beating Meat Boy most of the levels. and it's another thing that requires a lot of precision to use. So, like I said, the object is to get the bandage girl. There we go. And as you can see, it gives me an A+ grade. That just means I beat the par time that is set for that stage. And if you get that A+, you can unlock the Dark World. And if the main menu you hit either left shift or X, you can access the Dark World. Only on levels you've A+ in the regular world. And now, it's important to mention this because the Dark World is especially hard. As you can see, it's the same level, but with a lot of buzzsaws now, so it's much more difficult. And the precision required to beat it is ramped up by a lot. So instead of just jumping freely, I have to get in between those buzzsaws. And as you see, if I die, I come back almost immediately. So expect to die a lot. It's not that big of an issue, since you just respawn instantaneously. So, like I said, a lot of precision here, even on the first Dark World level. So, it's important to note that there are cutscenes in the game, but there is no dialogue. And as you can see, all the text here is pretty big against some contrasting backgrounds. So, deaf gamers will have virtually no problems playing this game. There is the occasional off-screen sound cue, but they're not too frequent. And now here I'll just show you a level that's timed essentially, because if you go too slow you'll hit these spikes or buzzsaws and die. And now I show you this because it's just another good example of the precision and mobility used. And keep in mind, this is still the first world. It is the Dark World, but it's still the first world. And see here, I have to avoid these shooting buzzsaws and then get to bandage. So the game does get very hard, even early on. And as you can see, there's just a ton of stuff going on this screen. So anyway, colorblind gamers like myself will have some hurdles in the game, and it mainly comes in on Chapter 4. Chapter 4, as I'll show you here, is Hell. And now, since it's a Hell-themed world, there's a lot of dark red, dark browns, etc. that you may lose Meat Boy in the background occasionally. Now, I still was able to 100% the game, as you can see here. So, while it is a small hurdle to overcome, it's not the most pressing issue for colorblind gamers. So, I think that covers all of the bases. I hope I've answered all of your questions regarding this game. If you have any more, please head over to ablegamers.com and ask your question there. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys around.